Sorry?
Were you at the
No,
meeting?
it's a closed meeting, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, you are from?
I'm from Italy.
From Italy, pleasure.
Yeah, and can you tell us what you think? What is your impression of what's going on?
What's going on? We, as a Syrian permanent mission to the United Nations, as all other embassies abroad and foreign missions abroad, we received instructions to continue doing our job as part of the state institutions, to maintain the state institution in this transitional period in the history of Syria. We are with the Syrian people. We will keep defending and working for the Syrian people. So we will continue our work till further notice. The Syrian people and Syria now is witnessing a new era of change, a new phase of historical phase of its history and future. Syrians are looking forward for establishing a state of freedom, equality, rule of law, democracy, and we will join efforts to rebuild our country, to rebuild what was destroyed, and to rebuild the future, better future of Syria for all Syrians. Unfortunately, yesterday and today we witnessed several Israeli attacks on the Syrian territory. They targeted a lot of civilian and military targets and infrastructure and research centers. We addressed identical letters today upon instructions from the Syrian government to the Secretary General, to the Security Council, condemning this Israeli attack, asking the UN, calling upon the UN and the Security Council to shoulder their responsibility in maintaining international peace and security, and to put an end to the Israeli attacks on Syria, to not allow Israel to benefit from the transition that the Syrians are doing now in their country for their occupation agenda, to compel Israel to respect international law, international Security Council resolutions and the GA resolutions on ending the Israeli occupation of Syrian territories. So what we need is an end of the Israeli aggressions on Syria. We need an Israeli incursion on our territories in Al-Quneitra and Jabal al-Sheikh to be withdrawn, and to the Security Council to compel Israel to respect the mandate of UNDOF and disengagement agreement of 1974, and relevant Security Council resolutions, including 350, 497. Thank you.
Mr. Ambassador, two questions. Who did you hear this? Who sent out this letter to all of the diplomatic missions?
The Syrian Permanent Mission to the United Nations. Me and my team here, we are continuing our work as a part of the Syrian state institutions, and that we are part of. We are part of the Syrian people. We represent the Syrian people, and we will continue doing so, continuing defending the interest of the Syrian people and defending the interest of Syria, and implement the foreign policy of Syria. You know, we are not decision makers. We follow instructions. We follow the instructions that we receive from those, the leadership who drew the foreign policy of Syria, and now we are waiting for the new government, but meanwhile we are continuing with the current one and the leadership.
So it was from the Prime Minister?
The Prime Minister and the leadership of the forces and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, which is we are part of.
Is the Foreign Minister still in Damascus?
Yes.
And how do you personally feel? I mean, this is such a momentous change after 23, 24 years of Bashar Assad, and then more than 50 years of the Assad family. How do you view this for the people of Syria and for yourself?
Yes, me and my colleagues, we are part of the Syrian people. We are public servant. We work for Syria. We work to help the Syrian people. We defended the Syrian people, and we defended the interest of our country for years, and we will continue doing so. We are part of these people, and we will continue always be Syrians and proud, and we will help in rebuilding what was destroyed, improve the humanitarian situation, improve living conditions for Syrians and facilitate the return of all refugees and displaced people to their homeland, to Syria. And we want to live in stability and security. Syrians suffered for a long time. We want a brighter future for Syrians.
Is there any room for
Do you
Russia?
know what's going to happen with Russian military bases? What's going to happen with
I
Russian
don't have
military bases?
information about this. I'm a diplomat.
Were you surprised by what happened? That this rebel advance happened so quickly?
I believe everybody was. I believe so.
But you are happy. But you seems you are happy about it.
When Syrians are happy, we are happy. When Syrians are suffering, we are suffering. We are thousands of miles away from Syria, but here we defend Syria. We defend Syrians. We don't defend ourselves. We don't defend one person. We defend a country. So when your people is suffering, you are suffering. When there is a pain, people are in pain. You feel the pain when you are talking. When your people is happy, you are happy.
Ambassador, the last question. As a Syrian and not as a diplomat, as a Syrian, do you think that the UN should still investigate the crime that happened in Syria in the last 10 years?
UN plays an important role for every Syrian. It has an important role. We always believe and we still believe in our partnership with the United Nations. We will continue working with the United Nations on all things, mainly the humanitarian aid, the humanitarian assistance to every Syrian, restoring stability and security and building better future to Syria. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.